how y'all feel about last week's games, man? How y'all feel about week 7 games before we get into week 8?
It was interesting.
I can tell you how I felt about one of those games in week 7. I can tell you that much.
But let's get it before we get into these picks. What game you talking about here?
I can tell you how I felt about this 4:30 game that was on CBS in week 7. That good old Redskins and Cowboys.
Oh, that was a good game.
It was a good game. I can't lie. It was a good game, but these refs this year just been all jacked up. They've been all retarded this year. They just don't know what they talking about. But the Redskins got the win, and I picked y'all anyway, so it don't matter. That was my pick. I thought the Cowboys, they wasn't gonna win this game. I just didn't see it happening. And Alex Smith and that Redskins offense did what they did to do to win. But that defense stepped up when it mattered. So it is what it is with that. And those Eagles, man.
Let's not talk about it.
In the fourth.
17-0. I was hurt.
21 points in the fourth. I took a nap and woke up, and the Panthers was winning.
I ain't doubted for a second, D. I was like, Can's going to pull this off. We're going to score 3 straight touchdowns, and that's going to be game. Because the Eagles' corners don't know what to do out there. You saw on that 4th and 10 who that ball went to and who was on Torrey Smith. Again, Jalen Mills getting burnt. So it's like – and that's the crazy thing. It was only a crossing route. Like
Jalen Mills can't cover cold.
Yeah, he definitely can't. So, I mean, as long as Jalen Mills is in the game, I feel like he's gonna get fried. And they
always bite on a double move. All you gotta do is a double move, and they burn.
Yeah, and it's just like the Titans game. They got them down in like 2 4th and 10, 4th and 17s, and they just converted on them each time. And this is 4th and 10 for the game. That was game right there.
Tennessee should have just went for the field goal when the game they lost to.
Yeah.
Took it to overtime.
I think they should have went for the 2-point conversion, but the play call didn't make sense. Yeah. It was a bad play call more than what they did. Because think about it, you down there, and Derrick Henry and Deion Lewis been shredding that defense. Why not give it to the big man?
Had Mariota sneak it in. He would have got it in there.
Yeah, they could have did something, RPO something.
Yeah.
Like, at least have Derrick Henry back there to think that you're going to run it up the middle.
Exactly.
Like, they kept putting Deion Lewis, and even though Deion Lewis had a good game, at the goal line, you want Derrick Henry to be there. So they know if they want to play up, you can do that play action or RPO, hit a tight end or something.
Right.
And he missed Corey Davis. Like, Corey Davis was open on one of those plays, and he just overthrew him. I mean, I guess he got scared, but if he would have just hung in there for a little while, he could have hit him on the slant route.
He overthrew. He was overthrowing a lot of people that game.
Yeah.
But the Chargers should have blew the Titans out the park. That shouldn't have been a close game from the rip.
Yeah.
But on top of that, Gordon wasn't playing, so Gordon is like the majority of their touchdowns. But we had Mike Williams come to life. Keenan Allen came to life. Yeah, Eckler played pretty well. Right. They still won the game. We all picked the Chargers to win the game regardless, but Titans could have won the game outside of that. We all could be what? Like 8-7 right now, if you want to look at it. But it is what it is. But
I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't think even Sunday, you never know.
Right. Facts.
Like, I didn't think Cleveland would come back, but they said Hugh Jackson said he wanted to call the plays, and after he started calling plays, that's when they started shining.
Well, they need to have him calling plays then from now on, if that's the case.
Right. I mean, Hugh Jackson's a good play caller. He's a good play caller. That was a good game too. I thought the Browns were going to pull that out, but goddamn, Vecchio.
What y'all think about Carlos Hyde getting traded?
It's weird because it's like he's a 2 or 3 game fill-in, but I guess they got him as an insurance policy in case Fournette gets hurt again with that hamstring.
I don't see it. It's too crowded of a backfield. They saying Fournette's supposed to come back this week. This week or next week. It was one of them.
Yeah, it's like after the bye week. They got a bye week after this week.
So you got Fournette, Carlos Hyde, Jamal Charles,
and Yeldon.
That's too many.
I think Jamal Charles might wind up getting cut or something.
Yeah, because I mean, for one, he's injury prone. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a liability, man. Like, that's all they got him for. Just like, you know, and like Carlos Hyde. I mean, Yeldon ain't really having. You know, he ain't really getting his man like where he's like the way they want him to. You know, so that's why they got Carlos Hyde or whatever, just to, you know.
Well, Yeldon's not really a in between the tackles type of runner. He's like he reminds you like another Eckler or somebody that can catch the football out the backfield. That's the type of running back he is. But Jamal Charles, he could run in between the tackles. But now you pick up Carlos Hyde in the Jaguars. I'm like, what's the point of signing Jamal Charles if you was going to trade for Hyde?
Right.
It didn't make sense as far as trading for Carlos Hyde and then already having Jamal Charles on there. Like, who's going to get most of the touches? So for fantasy owners,
look, I'll take a Jamal Charles at this moment.
Well,
we don't have nobody. I'll take a Jamal Charles.
I don't know. Behind that offensive line in Philadelphia, I don't know. Y'all can't even block Wentz.
And then
can't block for Wentz right now.
And then what y'all think about them benching Blake Bortles and putting Cody Kessler in?
What was the point of it? Because Blake Bortles the starter this week.
I think I think they were just trying to find a way to discipline his bad play. Like, I don't think like going forward they want to start Kessler, and I actually like Cody Kessler, but I would take Bortles over him. I think they just wanted to like punish him a little bit because he's been playing bad the last couple of weeks, and I think they just like, I don't know, they want to fuck with him. They want him to elevate his game, so they're like, look, you know, we're gonna take you out the game. He's probably threw him off.
He gotta be consistent though. He can't be hot one game and then the next couple games stink and then be hot again. You gotta stay consistent.
Yep. And I think that's like, it's a tactic that they're trying to do to like let them know, like, look, you don't get your shit together. You mean this might be your last year. Like, if you get drafted QB in the third round, and you know your job may be in jeopardy. So I think they're trying to elevate his play because they do have the pieces around the defense. For some reason, they've been playing like they were in the beginning, but I think they're just trying to get a rise out of him.
You want to know why this is why a lot of people say this though, but me personally, this is why the defense is not playing well. When your defense is on the field too much because your offense can't get on.
They tired.
They tired, and that's what's been happening in the last 2 weeks with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Me personally, I don't see no good quarterback coming out of college and going to the Jacksonville Jaguars and succeeding. Me personally, I think the Jaguars need to go on free agency. Whoever's a good quality quarterback. I'm not saying he has to be top notch, but he has to be more consistent than Blake Bortles. They go on free agency and go get a quarterback.
For real, they need to get ready to pick up Carr because your team gonna let him go.
Yeah, they're gonna let him go.
They gonna let him go. So if Jacksonville was smart, they'll get ready to pick him up.
Right. And it's gonna be a nice, a lot of backups that's gonna be free agents that's really good that actually can, play. So yeah, that's just what it is. A crazy week 7. I thought the Ravens were going to pull it out with the goddamn Justin Tucker, man. It's a conspiracy in the NFL. It just don't make no sense to me how he just go, 200 and something games without missing a field goal, and then all of a sudden it goes up right and then it goes left. Just no way.
Somebody said Pidgeotto, do whirlwind, and then
I was sick, but at the same time when I looked at my lineup, I was like, oh, I didn't even have him in the game. Yes. Because my Rams kicker came back. So I was like, listen, I'm going to take the Rams kicker because they're going to score a lot of points on the 49ers. So I just took it as what
yeah.
So, but that Ravens and Saints game was really good too. But I was this close. I'm going to let you know that I was this close for the Bears beating the Pats. I was this close. Yeah. If he just would have stretched over the line after he caught it, that's all he needed to do.
They call him Kevin Dyson.
Hey, I'm sitting there and I said the only thing you got to do is stretch your arm, man. He
had pressure though. The Patriots in his face.
Yeah, but it was 2 more Bears around him. They could have pushed him in the end zone.
Right.
They could have literally pushed him in the end zone.
You need is the tip of the ball over the line. That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need. But Nakia and Trevor, they picked the Patriots to win. I got the loss.
It was a good Trubisky shot. He keeps shocking me every week. Like he really does. Like when he ran for 81 yards.
Yeah, that was.
Trevor, you still don't believe in Trubisky?
I don't, man.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I don't. The games that he's done it against, right? So you got the Patriots. He did it against. He had a good game. I mean, he didn't have a great game, but he still threw for over 300 yards. So he had a good game against them. Who else did the Bears play? Well, who was the game they threw 6 TDs? Who was that on?
The
I don't
Buccaneers.
even know who was it on. See, that's my whole point. Like, I like Trubisky a lot. I think he's definitely like doing a breakout. I just got to see more. Like, I got to see it against at least a good defense. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see how he is against a good.
He is taking what's given to him.
That's true, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready to throw him up there yet.
I'm not saying throw him up there, but you gotta give the kids some credit.
I give him credit. I'm just not a big. You know what I mean? I'm just not a big believer yet.
Are you a big believer in Baker Mayfield or Trubisky?
No, I would say more Trubisky, just because it's Baker's first year. He's still learning the ins and outs. I like Baker a lot, but I mean it's his first year, so it's like, if he doesn't do as well, he gets a pass. You know what I mean?
Right.